Welcome to TWALE TV Sports. Welcome back. Well, Champions League has come and gone, but this is our take from TWALE TV Sports. Okay, I start with Jude Bellingham. This is written in the skies type of story, or written in the stars rather. So Jude Bellingham, if you watch his rise to the pinnacle of his career, from Birmingham to Dortmund, from Dortmund, and then the superstar among superstars at Real Madrid, and he's broken all records in his first season. Player of the season in La Liga, he broke Ronaldo's record, the youngest player for Real Madrid to score more goals than Ronaldo. So he's broken quite, some records, but those records are not as significant as his own story, his path to success. And I thought, like I said about Ademola Lookman, the man, when I said in the podcast, it's about your persistence and your belief in yourself and your journey and your story. And you can tell a similar pattern happened with Jude Bellingham. You expect him to be successful at Dortmund, he did, and then you probably expect him to come back to English Premier League, but he didn't. He went to one of the biggest clubs in the world, okay? They don't get bigger than Real Madrid, Manchester United, okay? So he went to Real Madrid, and in his first season, player of the season, won Champions League. What else? Of course, Ballon d'Or. We are all speculating it already. That's that. Jude Bellingham, his story captivates me throughout the whole tournament. And I'm happy he won it. Even though I was wishing for my brother Adeyemi at Dortmund as well. He could have been the hero as well if he had converted the 2 goals. He had a clear chance, which he didn't. Anyway, and I have to look at Real Madrid as a club itself. What is it so special about this club? I don't think it's what is so special about them. I think it's the clubs that were meant to beat them that couldn't do it. And they repeated the same, I'm talking about Man City at the semi-final, both legs, against Real Madrid. They couldn't put their chances away. City were the better team, they played better, but they couldn't put their chances away. And it's as if Real Madrid are welcoming or are encouraging this type of attacks on them. Because if you don't put your chances away in football generally, we've seen it so many times, it comes back to haunt you. The person with little chance will then nick a goal, and then you're struggling to get a goal back, and you get beaten. So when Real Madrid were playing the final, I was thinking, oh my God, what's going on? Dortmund is the one on top of the game. They were chasing and creating more chances, but they couldn't put the chances away. I was watching and I was thinking, I hope this is not deja vu. The same thing that happened with City. And exactly that's what happened. Okay, and for Jude Bellingham to admit himself that they were the better team, I mean, he was referring to Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund, they were the better team, but if you have your chances to kill us and you don't, we come back to haunt you, and that's exactly what happened. So that's that for me, and the special a memory I will keep with myself for a very long time. I met 4 Norwegians, these guys from Norway. They were going to the final, and we happened to share the ride to Wembley. So we were talking, and I just couldn't believe. Well, this is big shout out to you guys. You know yourselves, because they become TWALE TV sports fans. They went on and subscribed immediately. So I told them I'm going to do a big shout out to these guys, and they've promised me to come to Norway. They're going to take me to see the Northern Lights. Okay, let's hope Northern Lights is there when I go, because I've listened to a friend who went over for that purpose, and there was no Northern Light for like about a week or 10 days while he was there. So I wish and hope that whenever I visit, guys, like I told you, that I experience that Northern Light. So these guys, we shared, like you meet people for the first time, and it's as if you've known each other for decades. That's what football does. Okay, we only spoke for about an hour. As football fans, and I was shocked at their experience, really, their knowledge about English Premier League. These guys are relatively younger than me, but they were discussing history of 20, 30 years ago about my club Chelsea, about English Premier League. I was impressed. It made my day. I was so ecstatic. I was glad. It was as if I've met my lost brothers. Love you guys. Enjoy it. So that's that. On the UEFA Champions League final, we enjoyed it, especially our home nation You know, we love it. It was such a brilliant atmosphere. It was like a carnival. If you go to Wembley on that day, you would love it. Trust me, it was so beautiful, and it's an experience, that you take with you. So that's that on Champions League. I need to touch base quickly on Euros. Okay, England, in my view, of course, I have to support England. If Nigeria is not playing, I'm supporting. Well, whether Nigeria is playing or not, I'm always England fan. So for me, England, come on, we have to do it this time, okay? Gareth, if you're listening, we got to do it this time, okay? But we need to get over the group stages first, obviously. So let's see how we perform in the 2 warm-up matches. And hopefully, our star players won't suffer any, burnout scenario. Because these guys, if you look at the top stars for England, they have been playing non-stop, competitions after competitions, and you expect them to take a good break before this competition. And there doesn't seem to be enough time, to be honest. Most of these guys have played 40, 50 games. So, and then they only have about 10 days break and straight into a competition as hard as Euros. So, best of luck, England. We will start our, on commentary regarding the Euros and all that, but we'll leave it until the group stages start. I expect England to scale through the group stages. I expect them to go as far as quarterfinal, at least, because don't forget, these are very talented bunch of players together with England, and I'm not surprised the past achievements under Gareth Southgate. Even though I believe Gareth Southgate should have won the Euros, in Wembley. Okay, trust me, we should have won that final against Italy a couple of years ago when we hosted the tournament. So now we're going to Germany. I give England a very good chance because of the talents we have and the good manager in place. I just pray and hope Gareth Southgate will be more attacking minded. Okay, he's a pragmatic guy. He does attack. He does play expansive, beautiful game, but it's also very pragmatic. And that's what cost England the Euro final against Italy. It's a game we should have won. We scored first, even when they equalized, even when we were chasing the game, we were better. But we just, I just felt Gareth Southgate didn't have the bottle to attack fully like the Guardiolas. He was very cautious that it's final. He doesn't want to lose the game badly or lose the chance to win it. In the middle of that thoughts, it was more pragmatic than attacking minded because we were chasing the game. When we needed the goal, we were not showing it. We were still pragmatic. He didn't bring on attacking players on time when England were losing and it was a final. I remember. Oh, anyway, don't let me go back to past, man. Trust me, don't let me go back to past because that final really hurts. It still hurts, but I still have good faith in Gareth Southgate, and let's hope he does wonders this time around. So, guys, let's get in the group of mid or post or past or after season discussions. Luckily for us this time around, we're not going to be bored with after season topics and all that. We have a competition to look forward to, the Euros. So let's catch up before the Euro starts. We would try our best to get the podcast back on a daily basis, but if we don't, hey, a couple of days in between, wouldn't kill. So we love you guys. Big TWALE to our new fans from Norway. And then to those fans who have been sending requests and messages, we will get to talk about your requests and all that, but not today. So just thought we need to touch base on the Champions League and the looking forward to the Euros. We love you guys and catch up at the next podcast. Hasta la vista. Oh, before hasta la vista, we still have a lot to talk about regarding Vincent Kompany taking over Bayern Munich's job and Wayne Rooney taking over Plymouth Argyle. So we have a lot to talk about regarding managerial appointments, even though I thought I wouldn't come back to them. But there are some very interesting topics, bullet points to touch on regarding these managerial appointments. We will talk about them, I think, probably later on tonight or tomorrow, especially Enzo Maresca being given 5 years contract at Chelsea. I want to know what is going on. Trust me. Anyway, hasta la vista, people. Baby, ciao.
It's TWALE.